shirt won't allow it. My name is Joel Scott. I'm really happy to be your MC for the evening, and I think we're going to get things started with a couple of quick housekeeping items. Please welcome our inductees this evening. Representing Gord Brooks is Beth Brooks. Representing Neil Kane is Kathy Kane. Inductee Margie Matthews. Inductee, the Reverend Dr. Kevin Fast. Inductee Dan Milligan, who will be with us shortly. Representing Ken Petrie, Mary Ainsworth. Representing Fred Simpson, Dave Hohen. And representing Clark Somerville, Dave Somerville. It actually feels really good to be back here. I'm not gonna lie, it feels weird to be back here a little bit, but it feels good to be back here. So we're gonna start right now, just before we get started with dinner, because it's on its way out. We're gonna start with 2 quick draws, if that's okay. So your tickets are in the bin. Do you think I can figure out how to close the drum again? Probably not. All right, our first draw is for a gift certificate for Somerville's for $50. And congratulations to Marion Switzer. Marion. And our second draw is for a regular season pass to Cobourg Cougar games and a Cougars golf shirt. Congratulations to Marion Ainsworth. We'll do some more draws through the dinner, guys, but right now dinner's on its way out. Enjoy, and then we'll get to our inductees.
And I can tell you, that's very encouraging. It's encouraging for us to continue on with collecting, preserving, and showcasing the local sports history for our district. Also, I can tell you that even now, the selection committee is reviewing the latest listed inductee nominees, and they will be making a selection probably by the end of the year. And the board will be making an announcement of their selection in March of next year, so stay tuned for that.
These included the Cobourg Church Hockey League's Outstanding Service Award, the Legion Minor Softball Certificate of Merit, Legion Minor Softball's Pee Wee Coach of the Year, and the Ontario Amateur Softball Association's Outstanding Service Award in both 1995 and 1998. Neil was also awarded the Baltimore Arena Committee's Devotion of Duty Award, and the Cobourg Men's Softball League's Thanks for the Memories Award, and the Cobourg Rotary Club's highest award, the Paul Harris Fellowship. In 2007, Neil was named Hamilton Township's Senior of the Year. Neil's legacy of volunteerism is exceptional. His enormous contributions to our sporting circles were truly extraordinary, and his memory will be forever etched in the heart of his community. And tonight, we proudly welcome Neil Kane to the Cobourg District Sports Hall of Fame.
Our father loved his family, he loved sports, and he definitely loved his community. The only thing that could have made tonight any more special is if he was still here to actually accept this himself. And I'd just like to thank, on behalf of my family, we want to thank everyone for this honor and recognition of him. Thank you.
830.05 kilogram CC-177 Globemaster 3 aircraft, a distance of 8.8 meters. For those of us not versed in the metric system, that's 416,229 pounds of plane. Along the way, he was dubbed the powerlifting pastor by his many fans and supporters. Kevin Fast has appeared on numerous TV shows that were covering his feats of strength. He's raised thousands of dollars for many charities. For example, he pulled a house and set a new world record in doing so, and at the same time raised $70,000 for Habitat for Humanity. Kevin is 5'9" and weighs 300 pounds, and his philosophy is simple. God has given me the gift of strength, and in thanksgiving, I will use it for his glory for as long as I have it. With faith, prayer, and the love of his family, Kevin Fast continues to compete to this day. And tonight, we proudly welcome the Reverend Dr. Kevin Fast to the Cobourg District Sports Hall of Fame. Kevin.
My family and I moved to Cobourg in the summer of 1993 from Roblin, Manitoba. I was called to be pastor at St. Paul's Lutheran Church here in Cobourg. At that time, I reassured my wife, who was born and raised in Toronto, that we would only be in a small town just a little bit longer, maybe 2 years at the most. Don't even unpack all the boxes. It didn't take long for us to love this town. Shortly after we moved here, I suggested that we join the YMCA to get to know some people. They had a lot of programs for Susie and the kids, and I like to work out, so that was perfect for me. And it was in the weight room that I overheard some guys talking about these Hulks that appear in Cobourg once a year at the Highland Games. They toss telephone poles and stones around. That sounds cool. So in the summer of 1994, I went to Donington Park to see the spectacle. The announcer asked if anyone, and on my final 2 attempts, I was able to get perfect scores and win the day, and I thought, wow, maybe there's something I should pursue, and maybe we should stay in church. Many times in the Guinness Book World Records, Ripley's Believe It or Not, Muscle Fitness, Men's Health, Sports Illustrated, ESPN, dozens of TV shows, and all that.
14, Margie Matthews joined Paul Corelli's Cobourg Angels softball juvenile team and competed against players that were 18 and 19 years of age. While playing with the Angels, she won 2 more Ontario titles at the Junior B level in 1975 and 1976. Paul Corelli remarked that when you're talking about Margie, you're talking about one of the best juvenile ball players anywhere. Her desire and hustle keep the entire team moving. Margie Matthews won 7 Ontario softball championships in her career. While attending high school at CDCI West from 1974 to 1979, Margie was a multi-sport outstanding athlete. In 1978, she was voted most valuable player of both the basketball and volleyball teams, received a coaching award, and was selected as Cobourg District Collegiate Institute West's Athlete of the Year. Margie was also named Cobourg's Athlete of the Year. In 1979, the West dedicated an award in recognition to her contributions, the Matthews Award for Performance and Leadership. Margie continues to display exceptional athletic skills as a golfer. She has won 18 club championships, 16 championships at the Stratford Country Club, and 2 championships at Woodstock's Craigawon Golf Club. As a member of the Ontario Women's Amateur Golf Team in 2004, Margie won the Canadian Championship. In 2009, she won the Golf Ontario Women's Mid-Am title with scores of 73, 75, and 69. Margaret Ann Matthews was one of Cobourg's best ever all-around athletes. And now, tonight, she is a proud member of the Cobourg District Sports Hall of Fame.
Cobourg is such a wonderful sports town with amazing history, and I'm honored to be selected. I also want to thank Jen. It's wonderful you're on the committee. We've shared many sporting events, so thank you for all you do for the committee. I'd especially like to thank Patsy Corelli, who submitted the nomination, and she provided a lot of information. And I know because she wanted it all from me. I kept asking her, Patsy, are you sure they want to know that? She'd say, yep, we're giving them every award, and she meant everything. A list of every team I played for, coached, even refereed. Really impressed them. It is so very special for me to be inducted tonight here along with Mr. Clark Sonnenville. Very special indeed. One night at a church meeting, my mom mentioned to Mr. Crowley that someday I'd like to be a Cobourg Angel. Those of you who know Mr. Crowley knew that it wouldn't surprise you that he was over to our house that very night. And although I was mortified to be in my pajamas, I was really excited that he invited me to his indoor throwing camp at the West High School. When Mr. Crowley told me that I had made the team, but probably wouldn't play very much, I really didn't care. I was prouder than proud to be a Cobourg Angel. They were top class. Tuesday night.
He was awarded Canada's Confederation Medal in 1992 for contributions to the sport of lawn bowls. Dan was the national coaching chairperson from 1983 to 1987, and was the national team coach at the Commonwealth Games in Victoria, BC in 1994. He is the highest ranked bowls coach in Canada. He was invited back to the national program 4 years ago to lead a team of coaches to develop the high performance coaching program. Currently, he is the only master evaluator and master learning facilitator in all of Canada. Dan spends hundreds of hours each year teaching bowlers the art of delivery and fundamental elements of the game. He was inducted into the Ontario Bowls Hall of Fame in 2018. Dan Milligan is and continues to be an exceptional local athlete, or CCHL, as an assistant coach. This began a lifelong tenure at the organization until they moved to the Cobourg Community Center in 2011. Ken was a tireless worker, acting.
Yeah, thanks, Wade.
Margie, tell me, what does this mean to you?
Oh, huge honor. I'm just so very proud to be from Cobourg, to play sports in Cobourg, to represent Cobourg, and with all the rich history to be included with that, I'm just super thrilled.
Yeah, I went over there.
Did you, growing up, I can tell you growing up for myself in high school, the limited time I was there, but growing up in high school, you were one of those athletes that always represented the school. Did you know, I don't want to say did you know how popular you were, but did you know how good you were at the time?
Yeah, I knew that I was, getting some points in basketball, and I love volleyball and playing badminton and throwing the javelin and track and field. Yeah, I knew I was pretty good at whatever I picked up. I was blessed with that kind of
How?
balance, desire, everything I did with running and throwing, and I just really loved it.
I was going to say, if there's one key thing to tell people going into public school, going into high school, what would you tell them, like somebody that maybe not as good at sports as you, maybe, something like that, what would you tell them for advice?
Well, just get on a team and play and be part of it and enjoy the friendships and everything that you have. You can contribute. Anybody can be part of a team and contribute. And you have the confidence that you are as good as anybody to be there and enjoy it.
Looking back, any regrets?
None at all. None.
And we'll talk a little bit about how you carried on. So from Cobourg, you carried on your athletic.
Yeah, I played hockey in college and then university basketball, and then after playing competitive softball, I coached here for a while, and then I knew I was going to play golf, so I went and picked up golf, and it is an extremely hard sport to get a little good at. So, you know, it doesn't guarantee results when you practice and train, but just to enjoy that journey of trying to get better and better.